You hear some talking heads in this market say that this is a big loss. This is an L. In your humble, honest opinion, what's Ethan Bear going to add to this Canucks lineup, and what could have added to that lineup, and what he's going to add to that Capitals lineup?
Yeah, well, to me, I think now that you've acquired Zadorov, if this blue line is healthy, you know who your top six defensemen are. And the only guy that I could have seen Ethan Bear bumping out of that mix is Tyler Myers. Now, if that happens, then maybe you've got the opportunity to move Myers. He's in a contract year that's, a much more movable contract. Maybe if you can sign Bear for cheap and move Myers out, you get some more cap flexibility. I think that is a route that they could have potentially explored had they been able to make this work. But beyond that, I'm not someone that thinks that Ethan Bear was going to bring that much more than a player like Tyler Myers. And their roles are different. Tocchet likes the size. We've seen him and Zadorov together as a pairing, and Tocchet has used them late in games, protecting leads a couple of times now. And Tocchet has talked a lot about liking big defensemen. So that's something that Myers has on Bear. Bear, obviously, a better puck mover, capable, I think, of some more offense. And with the way the Canucks have injuries and lose defensemen all the time, could you add another defenseman? Absolutely, you could. I think they still should be looking to add another defenseman. But it's clear that a market developed for Ethan Bear. There are other teams that could use his skill set out there. And the Canucks, unfortunately, don't have a lot of cap flexibility. So if you said to me, they shouldn't have acquired Zadorov so that they could hold on and get Ethan Bear, I wouldn't agree with that. I think Zadorov is a much better fit for what they want identity-wise on this blue line. They didn't have to give up very many assets to move on from him. He is a UFA at the end of this season, so they can move on from him, where it sounds like Ethan Bear is going to get term, more than just a one-year deal, potentially two or even more. And, that cap hit's going to be larger than I think teams initially expected to. So, there's only so much you can do. You can't turn your team into an all-star team in the cap world. And could Ethan Bear have provided some solid depth and been a good replacement for Myers in your top six? Sure, he could have been. But I'm not going to cry over spilt milk on that one, because I think it's very clear that they have upgraded their blue line already with Zadorov, and there's only so much you can expect them to be able to do within the flat cap. And, we'll see if things open up for them more in the offseason after this year with the cap going up in terms of what they're able to do. But at the same time, then they've got to sign Pedersen and Hronek. And do they want to bring Zadorov back? So the salary cap is always going to be a conversation in this market. And it's unfortunate that a guy that I think was destined to stay on this team, had he not been injured at the World Championships, has had to move on. But that's the way the cookie is crumbled in this case.